Hello there, and a very warm welcome here to my channel. Although it is still very cold and white with snow outside my window here, the days are getting brighter and brighter, and I can sense that spring is on its way. And today we are going to get into some spring vibes and some spring inspirations. I have this beautiful magazine here with me today, which we are going to flip through. And as you can see here, it is Danish. So here on the front it says foråret, which means the spring. Forår means spring. Foråret means the spring. Yes, take an advance on the spring. So this magazine is full of creative ideas, interior decorating, floral arrangements, and cooking recipes, baking recipes, etc. So this is absolutely one of my favorite magazines, just my vibe. So let's take a look inside. Just look at this beautiful cover here with all these spring flowers in yellow and green, light green, white, and these little buds on the branches, which symbolizes new life and new little flowers or leaves. So the news of the year: beautiful flowers for your garden, easy fastelavnsboller with meringue, vanilla foam, raspberry and apple. Fastelavn is a Scandinavian tradition, which is a little bit like Halloween, but without all the scary stuff. It's a different but similar tradition. We can get more into that later. Nostalgia on the menu: carved salmon, avocado with shrimps, and grandmother's chocolate mousse. Take an advance on spring. So now I'm going to look inside. Fine detail handmade glass buttons. Isabella's. And here is a little winter flower. Vintergæk. I think these are called snowdrops actually in English. Snowdrops, yeah. And here's the editor of the magazine. And we can see here that there are both DIY inspiration, decorating inspiration, how to make some delicious drink here, and some cooking recipes. These are fastelavnsboller, fastelavnsbuns, and something here about garden house. Yes, let's move on. And light ahead. Let the first rays of light and blooming move inside and give your home a fresh breath with the season's news. And as you can probably tell, this is a very minimalistic Danish style. Here, lamps and pots holder for herbs and pillow covers and all sorts of things. And this is an ad for some hearing aid. Knopper. Knopper means buds on spring. It means knopper på spring, on jump. Jump. Spring means jump, actually, in Danish. Put the branches with new buds and flowers in pastels in vases, so you can lean back and enjoy that springs out in your living room, even if it is still cold outside. Absolutely. We need to see some green soon. It is just completely white. It has been for weeks. All of February and a large part of January. It has been just white with snow outside. So we are looking forward to seeing some green outside soon. And here is a beautiful wreath. Let the spring go in ring. Very nice, beautiful, light and bright colors. Just love fresh flowers. I would have fresh flowers on my tables everywhere if I could. But they are expensive, these flowers. I will have to get a boyfriend who will give me flowers often. Or I will have to buy them myself. Either way, just love flowers. But it is more special to receive them from someone else than to buy them for yourself, I feel. Yeah. They are so pretty and simple. Yeah. One day I will have to get a garden so that I can just pick my own flowers. I love these very simplistic and natural bouquets with lots of little buds, flower buds in them. Very spring vibe. And tulips. Tulips are, of course, very much spring. And these are French anemones, I think. Yes. Very nice. I like those a lot. Ranuncle. Okay, they are called ranuncle. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually the same as French anemones. Maybe not. Nostalgia on the menu. And I absolutely just love this blue painted porcelain. This is the Mostille by Royal Copenhagen. My grandmother had this serving. It's called a still. And this is all from Royal Copenhagen. This is the princess still. Mostille, classic Mostille. I personally prefer the muselmalet still, but it's really expensive. But I would love to collect that one time. and slices with salmon and pepper root cream. I think that's horseradish cream in English, with cream cheese. There's a whole recipe. It looks really, really delicious here. Great for the spring or Easter, or just a little girls' tapas get together. Yes. And these are some of my favorite foods: avocado and shrimps, Thousand Island dressing. This is a very 80s classic dish, actually. There is never enough room in an avocado, so serve the rest of the shrimp salad on the side. That's a good tip. And here we see the Muselmehl Royal Copenhagen porcelain. That's the one I really, really like. And this is a special design here from Royal Copenhagen also, with elements of the Muselmehl and the princess design. And tartlets with chicken and curvel. I don't know what curvel is. I love tartlets. Very, very classic Danish dish, especially for the Easter lunch. It's very popular. So traditional they are with these dishes, and I like that. I like that a lot. They look good, really good. Have you ever tried tartlets? You can write me in the comments if you've been to Denmark. Do you have this in your country? And where are you from? I would love to hear from you about that. Yeah. And there's so many good recipes here, which I will try for Easter, for my Easter lunch. And beef stroganoff. Oh, that is also a classic. Such classic dishes they have, with mashed potatoes and beef stroganoff. It's a really good dish. I really like that. It's also a great meal to prep and keep in the freezer to make it easier. And grandmother's chocolate mousse. Again, so traditional. It's like a magazine from the 80s. These are just typical 80s dishes that I remember from my childhood. Chocolate mousse. I love chocolate mousse. And again, the beautiful blue painted porcelain from Royal Copenhagen. And they didn't just collect one design, they used many different designs. They mixed and matched different designs. I know that this one, and this one is from Royal Copenhagen. The other ones, I don't think they are. They look like a different brand, but still it all goes really nice together. So you can, if you cannot buy only Royal Copenhagen, it's really expensive. You can buy cheaper brands and mix and match. It's perfectly fine. So that's a good tip. Life and green days. And now you can already create a green oasis in your drivhus. I don't know I can't remember right now what drivhus is called in English, but this is what it is. Or orangerie. Because there is no reason that it should stand empty and unused. On the contrary, it can become your cozy freestyle leisure space where you can enjoy a warm cup of tea, plan the coming garden season, and begin to get ready for spring. Yeah, that's true, but I guess it must be really cold because we are below the freezing point here. So I'd wait a little bit if it was me, but I would love to have a drivhus and a garden one day. I love nature, garden, flowers, and vegetables. To be able to grow your own vegetables, that would just be amazing. And spring cleaning. There's a little knitting project. Just inspiration on how you can just have a cozy time in your drivhus magazines. There, and knitting and planting little pots of something. And there are seeds here of all kinds. So fascinating to be able to plant seeds and see things growing from day to day. Yeah. A drivhus is ideal for winter's sowing. I don't know. Choose plants that can handle the temperatures, and remember the ground is moisty. Yes, and so on. Since I don't have a garden or a drivhus at the moment and won't have right now, so I can just skip this part for now and get back to it when I have a garden and a drivhus. The food bazaar. Oh, that's a pretty little mixer here. Pink. Another design from Royal Copenhagen with flowers. I like it. It's so sweet. Let the flowers bloom on your table and set up a beautiful table in the spring, in Forårstine, in the sign of spring. A cup with a saucer, 550 crowns. Yeah, it's not cheap at all. And a lemon moon, that's what we call this. This cake here, this is my son's favorite. It's yellow, so that's why it goes well with all the spring things. And little cupcakes here. And here's a tip. If you have whisked your cream to butter instead of light cream foam, you don't need to start over. To get it to have the right consistency, pour in a little milk in the bowl and turn it carefully around with a scraper. No, that one there. I don't know about that. There's a cake here. Juicy cake. Okay, there's no recipe for this cake. It looks good. Looks like there is some little corns in it. I'll just have a little sip of tea. Yeah, and it's funny, my mother has this exact chair in her home. She's had it for many years. Very typical Danish design. Yeah. So, and it never goes out of style apparently. With the blue eye, med de blotte øje. Here in the north we have a special weakness for blue. This goes for all nuances from sky blue, sea blue, to dusty gray blue, to pastel blue. If you decorate with blue details, both old and new, you get harmony, personality into your home. Yeah, and I think this is especially works well for beach houses close to the sea, to decorate in blue colors. As said, I am obsessed with blue painted porcelain. I just love that. And you've probably noticed my cups that I have been displaying many times on my channel when I drink tea. Blue backgrounds. But personally, for decorating, I like the warmer tones. I think it's more cozy. But summerly, for a summer house, the blue cup by the sea, I think blue colors are perfect. Blue and white. Blue and white. Perfect. Yes. And here is again blue colors, blue flowers. These look like roadside or field flowers here. My dream. Personal details. Yeah, there's some crafts. And again, the blue colors in the artwork and in the blankets and pillows. Yeah, a little cold for my taste. Billedligt tegt, picturesque, spoken, or something like that. Create calm blue corners by the help of a small picture wall over the sofa, or let one simple picture set the tone for a still living on your desk or your dresser. Yeah. And again, here, blue colors in the kitchen, I think is perfect. Very beautiful. These little things, little details, blue details. Just love it. Rhubarb. Yeah. The rhubarb came to Denmark in 1835. Before there were refrigerators or freezers, it is easy to use for rye bread and compotes. It became very popular. The most common rhubarbs today are the long wine rhubarb and the short strawberry rhubarb. I guess those are the short ones. I've never seen those before. But here are the long ones there. But this is a summer thing. Late summer even. A rhubarb. When first you have rhubarbs in your garden, you can expect many years with delicious homegrown red stigma for both the sweet and the salty kitchen. And if the ground isn't frozen, you can already plant rhubarbs now. Okay, well, the ground is very much frozen. And this is a February issue here, so they probably didn't expect this winter to be this cold. Boller i min mave, buns in my belly, it says. It is finally time to set your teeth in sweet, soft fastelavnsbollar buns. Fill them with blackberries, coffee cream, or vanilla cream. And then there are nobody making trouble. Yes, there is a tradition here that the kids go from door to door and knock. They don't do that so much anymore. They did in my childhood before Halloween came to Denmark. And they knocked on the door. They were all dressed up like, all kinds of fairy tale figures or clowns or whatever. And they would sing a song. Give me buns or I will make trouble. Yeah. So usually they got a little bun or a little bit of cash or a little bit of candy. Not so much candy, that's more for Halloween, but yeah, this tradition has kind of disappeared after Halloween has come and taken over. Two of these kinds of holidays is a little much. Yeah, so we just have Halloween now. Most places, in most places. And these are absolutely delicious. There's raspberry cream in this one, and yeah, they are still available all kinds of places in the shops, and you can make them yourself too. Yes, and there are some delicious recipes here for all of these fastelavnsbollar. Fastelavnsbollar, yeah. They look very good and very unhealthy. And I'll just have some more tea. Okay, so blodblomme, blood plum. So these branches are from the blood plum. Okay, prunus serifera. Okay, and they're beautiful for decorating a light and bright home here with elements of wood and pileflet, baskets, weave. Gør en god havegerning. Do a good gardening deed. If you want to preserve Mother Earth while you are doing your spring spring fiddling, we have some some suggestions for good tips on how you can do something good for the garden. Anyways, it's too hard to translate all this. So tomatoes. Oh, I love homegrown tomatoes. They taste so good. And prepping, tasteful prepping. care so much about gardening, but that's because this is a early spring issue. Although February is considered a winter month, they're a little early. So, yeah. But soon enough, you certainly get into the spring mood by reading this and looking through all these spring vibey pictures. It's really lovely. I haven't seen green for so long. It's wonderful just to see the color green again. And here is a very bright and light home. Everything's white, white, white. I don't know how they can live with that and have a child. It must be, yeah. Okay, so who lives here? Melin Halmut, freelance stylist, and Miguel Veranda, photographer, and their son Oliver and their dog Leia. Follow Malin on Instagram, Malin Halmut. That must be her. And it is a small villa, only 135 square meters. From the beginning of the 1900s. It is, it's in Sweden. It is situated in Diö, Småland, in Sverige, Sweden. So Sweden. Okay, after years on the run in the big city, Malin Halmut and Miguel Veranda were longing for a calm base for family life. So they left Lisbon in advance for Småland and gave an old an old wrecked house new life and created a home where the calm could finally land. Oh, I like that. And the green plants inside all give such a calm feeling, and the lights. I like the light colors. A little too light, maybe, for me. Not much warmth here in the colors. But there's a yellow cushion cover there. But, yeah. And there's the kitchen in gray colors, gray and white, with a marble table, kitchen table. Yes, and a loungy chair there. Nice little relaxing corner. I could use that as a knitting spot and reading spot. So it looks very comfortable. And they've painted this cowl. They have used the effect of these walls here. Yeah, very nice. And I forgot to speak into the microphone there. I have to do that. I have to remember that. Let's see. Okay, so a little office spot here and a bathroom with a nice bathtub. This is really something that I would choose probably for my home. I like that very Swedish style here. Let me see what this is. How much Ellis, 6,500 crowns. I've seen them cheaper, I will say. I can probably get that cheaper in IKEA. Something similar. Yeah. And yes, very neutral white, beige colors and black. Elements of black too. They don't like color, I guess. Contrast and pastels. It's a beautiful bouquet. Very spring. Ridderspor. Delphinium elatum. Magic fountains. Sky blue white bee. Okay, that's very nice. Very nice. More flowers for those who are lucky enough to have a garden. Yeah. Hot on spices. Spicy foods. Turkish eggs with homemade chili oil. That's interesting. Chili oil, I've never heard of that. Baked salmon with lemon topping and spicy potatoes. I love these healthy dishes. Healthy and interesting dishes. I have to make some of these. And falafel with spicy tahini dressing. Middle Eastern vibes here. To get the most delicious consistence. The most delicious consistence of the falafels, it is important to use dry kigada. Kigada, that's what you use for falafels, from the can. Instead of the canned ones, yeah. And here we have some creamy pumpkin soup with red curry and turmeric, curcumin, turmeric, gurkemeie. I love gurkemeie and I love pumpkin soup. So that is really one that I might make. I am really happy with all these great recipes. Soup is one of the things I make a lot these days in the cold weather. Yes, and a section about kitchens. And here's another cute little blue painted plate. What is this? Verona floral dinner plate. Tambua. I have to check that out. Tambua. 134 crowns. That's not so bad. And this is, I like that one. To number 4. Tool set in wood. Oh, 700 crowns. It's a little expensive. And a section about embroidery. I used to do that a lot. Adventurous stings. Mushrooms. Spela. That's a bird. Mushrooms and poppies are popping out on jackets and other textiles. And when it comes into the hands of Natasha Jeril Rosenqvist, Natasha udsmykker, decorates and repairs clothes and holds workshops so that we can also learn to create beautiful and visible reparations. Meet the woman behind the embroidery company, Lille Klode, little earth or little globe, Ah, that's funny. I used to work in an embroidery shop here in Aarhus, where I live. It was actually an internship, but I was so happy to be there, though it's many years ago, actually, like 15, 16 years ago. And I really loved that little place. So I used to do a lot of embroidery, and that's where I learned also to sew cushion covers for the people who came in and wanted their embroidery made into cushion covers. Yeah. Natasha teaches classic embroidery stitches and basic lappeløsninger. How to make patches on broken clothes. And here you can see how she has transformed some old clothes. Yeah, maybe there was a hole in this one and she put a patch on it here and there, and that's a very beautiful puppy she has decorated. I could imagine making a beautiful cushion cover with embroidered flowers like that. Yeah. Where you in the olden days would do everything to hide a reparation, I go the opposite direction and make a virtue out of accentuating a reparation. It's a very creative and interesting take. Natasha really loves to sit in her workplace window frame because the lighting is so nice to embroider in. Yeah, you need very good lighting and very good glasses if you use glasses for this kind of thing. And this is a very old-fashioned kind of embroidery. This is the kind of thing my grandmother would have in her home. And floral scents. The garden is not yet ready to deliver your favorite smells yet. But here are the products for the bathroom shelf. Mild flowers and bergamot. Honest, it's called. Ærlig. Hybenrose. A cleansing gel. And sleep. Aromatherapy roll-on for sleep. And Trombo. Very body oil from Trombo. I like that brand a lot. They have great makeup also. This looks very good and delicious with eggs and avocado. That looks like a very good dish that I would like to make. Instagram profiles that they are recommending. That must be great to be mentioned here in a magazine like this. Food, I like that. I must min tallerken, my plate. I must check that one out. I really want to make a big deal out of making good, nutritious dishes that taste good too. Even more than I have so far. Krøll, klip og kreer. That's about being creative with paper and color. Yes. Collect all kinds of leftovers of paper in fine color combinations and make new things out of it instead of throwing it out. Both thick and thin, transparent, patterned and structured paper can be used. It is only an advantage, since this gives different expressions depending on the paper type. Very, very interesting. And here are even vases. Vase covers made out of paper. Not very practical because, as you know, flowers need water and, well, the water will break the flowers, so not the best idea. But the artwork here, very, very creative and inspiring. And here's some cutouts too, and they're very just art pieces made out of ripped paper and carefully cut paper of different textures. So that's very interesting and creative. Even a krølle, crinkled piece of paper can take shape as a little sculpture. Hang it with your collage to give it an extra 3D effect. And here we see that someone has even made a lampshade out of ripped paper. That is so creative. Not very pretty, but creative indeed. I mean, not my personal taste. You might find it pretty. Of course, you are free to have your own taste. I cannot not help but sharing mine. And here we see she has also made some flowers, cut out some branches here for decoration. Yeah. Kartong I blomst. Yeah. And some labels here. Yeah. And this looks like handmade paper. I've tried to make that too once, a long time ago. The calendar, courses, flowers, and bubbles. Yes, courses you can take and events about gardening and creativity and decorations. Blomster bubbles mean that's, I guess, champagne, and you make paper flowers in crepe paper while you can satisfy your thirst in purling bubbles. That makes the evening a little more festive. 650 crowns, that's so good. I think that would be fun and a good way to make some creative friends. New creative friends. I don't know where it's supposed to be situated. But, yeah, it doesn't say. Courses you can take. Pileflet. It's Pileflet is making basket weave, yeah. another course in basket weave and gardening courses. Yeah, you can put potatoes into the ground in the end of March, but only if you have a long plastic foil over the ground, so it warms up a little bit. You can do that now if the ground is not too wet. And yeah. Impact with nature. A little nature cottage here. This looks home built or built. Yeah. Ribehoy Bio Hotel. Oh, it's a hotel. A bio hotel. It dates back to 1931. The historic charm is preserved for us. Ribehoy puts virtue in traditions through generations. The family here has built and udviklet the hotel. And Easter delicious dishes, recipes. Valentine's Day, actually. Dusme tomato planting. And yes, walks, Wandertour in Copenhagen's nature. Wandertour hikes in Copenhagen nature. On a trip in the city, capital city. And there's a ceramic cafe in Aalborg. An address. Too, lots of ideas and a creative breathing space. Creating moments is created with the Green Søstrene Grene. It's a store, chain of stores here, as a creative breathing space where you and your loved ones can indulge in the creative world. The workshop is supposed to create the frame around creative projects, workshops, and cozy moments. Yes, that is very nice. I didn't know they have that. And it is in Aarhus, where I live, creating moments. That's also a great way to make friends. If you are in Aarhus and you would like to make creative friends, that's a good idea. Lemon. Sour gold clumps. Yes. And some delicious fish here. Saganaki with tzatziki and lemon butter. And Central på ferie. Send the tree on vacation. If you don't have a upwarmed drivhus, you can okay, never mind. Lemonade. Here's a lemonade. Oh, that looks good. Here's what you need. Oh, there's a lot of sugar in that. 125 grams of sugar and 1 deciliter water. And 5 organic lemons. Much too sugary for me. I will have to at least cut down half of that. if I should make that. Oh, but here's the lemon moon cake. It is with white chocolate and lemon glaze and candy lemon crunch. Ah, that looks like a perfect Easter cake. I am glad I found that recipe because lemon cake actually tastes so good. I really like it a lot. One of my favorite tastes for cake. So, and it really does not even demand that much sugar. It seems, compared to butter. Yeah, it's not so bad. A lemon tree. I didn't even know that you could grow those here in this cold climate. Okay, the lemon tree is first going outside in about mid-June, when the frost is disappeared. When you take your lemon tree out from the winter storage place, you have to put it in the shadow. Okay, I'm not going to plant a lemon tree right now, so that's all good. This is not very nice. I don't like this at all. Renew in a few minutes. Okay. Oh, those are nice. I could make something like that. Yeah, pot holders. Easy to make, fun to make. I will make those. I will make something like that soon. I really want to do that. And I have the materials and everything. Good little reminder. And those are actually really cute. I think blue is a good color for the kitchen. Pre-loved and reloved old record player. And Isabella's Decor, that's the website. You can go in and get lots of inspiration and ideas and recipes and everything. Taste the spring with slow food. Slow food. I never knew that was a thing. Oh, that looks like a beautiful, beautiful cheesecake here. I have got to get the next number of Isabella's to get that cheesecake recipe. That looks perfect. Really good. Buy the new Isabella's and get into spring mood, both in and out, in the boutiques from the 16th of March. March 16th. Yes. And this is Havreris, another dish. Yeah. So that was really a great magazine. So many creative ideas, so much inspiration, and it really has me dreaming about the upcoming spring, the beautiful and wonderful season of spring, which we are longing for so much at this time after so many months of cold, dark winter. So I hope you also enjoyed this, and I want to wish you a wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful sleep, and I'll see you again very soon in my next video. Just look through the pictures again. I'd rather look at these beautiful spring pictures than look outside the window and all the snow. This is just dreamy, so dreamy. And I have nothing else to do today, really. Not anything important anyways. So let's just dream away to spring. Blue porcelain and fastelavnsbollar. Oh, I'm craving right now. Fastelavnsbollar. Just craving. I think maybe I'm getting a little hungry. Maybe I should go down and get some lunch. After all, remember to check this out. Tambua. Lavender. Very, very relaxing scent, lavender. Spot holders. I could make some even